This is News You Can Use.
As we've often shared on this program, housing and the housing industry, it's driven by three primary drivers. One, demographics. Two, employment. And three, affordability. Later today, I'll head to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to participate in a housing forum with some of our valued real estate partners in the Fort Lauderdale area. Preparing for the presentation, I was gathering the latest data on all things housing. Available home inventory, average time on the market, mortgage interest rates, pending sales, inflation reports, and the latest action from the Federal Reserve. During my research, I discovered a fascinating phenomenon. Often, the headline of a news article doesn't tell, well, the whole story and the best story. In fact, it's often the opposite message of what the actual facts in an industry are conveying. Headlines that speak to an impending collapse in the housing market often report modest growth in sales. And headlines that scream about crashing real estate prices sometimes are reporting year-over-year price increases, albeit lower than in the past. You always have to temper the headlines with the actual data and make sure you are balancing your research to get a full picture of the market. When you dig just a bit deeper into the data, it becomes clear that there are really two housing markets, and it all goes back to one of the primary drivers of housing: demographics. It's simple, for a myriad of reasons. There are a whole lot of cities and even states that are seeing an egress, a reduction of population. Whether it be crime, weather, taxes, or business opportunity and jobs, Americans are moving out of many cities. Think San Francisco, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, and Los Angeles. And where are they headed? They're moving to the Southeast. And why? Well, the South, and specifically Georgia and Florida, offer lower crime, better weather, lower taxes, and more jobs and business opportunities. These states, where Supreme Southeast operates, well, we're seeing an ingress of population. When there are people moving into our communities, yours and mine, they need a roof over their heads, and they're either going to buy the roof or they're going to rent it. And by and large, people prefer to buy it and own, that is, the roof and the home that comes with it. With this fact in mind, home prices, though decreasing throughout the country, are actually seeing small gains continuing to take place in both Georgia and Florida. In our region, demographics are setting the table for a healthy housing market going forward. Job opportunities further create that positive environment. The one missing piece has been the current challenge across the country, which is affordability, created by 2 years of historic price gains in housing, followed by, late last year, the most rapid rise in interest rates ever. Here's the good news. Every metric points to the very real likelihood that the Fed's efforts to combat inflation, though clumsily executed, are having their desired effect. All the top economists now are predicting that interest rates, mortgages, should be back in the mid-fives by the end of 2024. With just a little bit of help from lower interest rates, the housing markets in Georgia and Florida show every indication of growing and getting more robust throughout 2024. And that's news you can use.